So now you will learn how to create a comment for an article. We will generate model and controller for the comments, create associations between a comment and an article. There will be more actions form and show your comments to the screen, more links between the pages, and hopefully no errors. Let's start. Let's start with putting the links first. We need a link on the list of all articles page. That clicked on goes to the create new articles page. Okay, so let's put in a paragraph tag, and in here let's create the link. So let's type the Ruby syntax, less than sign, percentage sign, equal sign, type link _to, and then as a click text let's type new article, or actually let's say create new article. Create. Okay, let's put a comma, and let's go to our rake routes and see what path we need to put in here. Okay, so go to the terminal, type rake routes. All right. Okay, so let's see what prefix it says there in that column. Here we go, new article, which corresponds to the new action that we created, I think, in the second video, right? So we need that a path that says new _article _path. So let's type that, new _article _path. And let's close the Ruby syntax. Percentage sign greater than sign. Right, let's go to our browser and test it. Refresh. Alright, great. Now we have a link here that says create new article. Click on it. Alright, and then it goes to the create new article page. Perfect. As an exercise, actually, we need two other links below here. I think it would be good if it could go directly to back and home. And actually, we're going to go then to your new, so that would be displayed in the new page. But go to your show page, and here's where you already have these links typed out. So just copy this to make it easy on ourselves. And go to the new.html.erb and then type it after the end statement, or paste it after the end statement. Okay, let's align it a little better here. There we go. Okay, much prettier. All right. Let's refresh this. There we go. We have a back. Click on it, and then go back, and then click home. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to leave it as an exercise to do the same thing on the edit page. All right. Go back to your terminal. We will here generate a second model to handle our comments. Type Rails, generate model, the name of the model, we're gonna name it comment, COMMENT. We need to give it some attributes. We're gonna call it one commenter, then colon, and this is a type of string. And for the text body, we name it body, colon, text for the type. Then you're going to type article, colon, references, REFERENCES. the attribute articles has a corresponding keyword called references, which create a new column in the database, which makes it possible to associate each comment with its specific article. Alright, hit enter and generate your new model. Dim, 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 dim. Here we go. Okay. Go to the app folder in your text editor. And then to the models folder. Open the new model file comment.rb. This line of code belongs _2 : article indicates that each comment belongs to a unique article, and it was auto-generated by the references. Go to the DB folder and click on the migration folder. When you generated the new model, Rails made this migration file to create a corresponding database table with columns for string, text, and references. Each entry in the reference column points to the corresponding ID of the article in the articles table, which is facilitated by the foreign key. Alright, go to the terminal and then clear the screen. And let's run the migration file. Type rails -db:/migrate. This migrates the file we just looked at and creates the table in the database. Okay, now we have created the table. Clear the screen again and go back to your text editor. In the models folder, open up the comment.rb file again. Remember that the belongs to code points to a specific article. We need to go to the articles model and type a code that basically accepts this relationship. So here, type has _many : comments. And we need a space between many and the colon character. So that means that an article has many comments, just as a comment belongs to a certain article. This relationship was done possible by the association between the articles and comments table via the reference column. We now need to add routes for the comments. So go to the config folder and open up the routes.rb file. Give it a little space here in between. However, after resources, article, type do, and then an end statement. Okay. And in between, type resources, space, comments. This nets the routes of the comments within the article routes. Go back to the terminal. Let's generate a matching controller to the comment model. Type Rails generate controller comments. So this needs to be plural. And here we have generated the files corresponding to the comments controller. Go back to your text editor, click on the controller folder and open up the comments controller. Okay, this is now empty, but in here we would later define a few actions. But first, let's edit the show template. So go to the views folder and the articles folder and open up show.html.erb. We need to create an input form for the commenter and the body text. So make some space just above the paragraph for the links. And actually I'm just going to align a little bit here. Okay. Give this section an h2 tag with the title. So h2, and I would call this add a comment or add comment. So underneath this h2 tag, we will render the form code. Type less than sign, percentage sign equal space 4 parenthesis. Then we need square brackets. Type at article colon, type at article dot comment dot build. This associates the article instance variable, and by appending the comments dot build to it, it associates the comments. Then create the do loop, because we need to iterate through the comments. So do pipe sign f pipe sign, and then close the Ruby syntax. Okay, let's continue to build out our form. So open up the Ruby syntax again, little misspelled here, equal sign, f dot label colon commenter percentage sign and equal sign. If you remember how this went for the last form, you might figure out how we will be doing this. Give it a break tag, and then again the Ruby syntax, f dot label, f dot text field underscore field, and then colon commenter, and close the Ruby syntax. Alright, and in another paragraph tag, so p, and close the paragraph tag, and within it type the Ruby syntax, less than sign paragraph, less than sign percentage, or f dot label colon body, and close the Ruby syntax, and give it a break tag. Okay, open up the Ruby syntax again, type f dot text underscore area and colon body. Remember, we want the text area because the body will be containing more text than the commenter. Okay, and we need a submit button. So type p and another, close the p paragraph, and Ruby syntax again, equal, and f dot submit, submit. Okay. And then, since we had a do loop, we need to close it. Okay. So make sure you have an end to it. Alright. This adds a form to the article show page. When submitted, it will call on a create action, just as it did for the articles when we wanted to submit a new article. So we need to define a create action and probably a few more actions in the comment controller. But first, let's actually run the rake routes. Just to look at the routes generated by the resources method we put in our routes.rb file. Rakes, routes. Here it lists all the nested routes within the article resource method. So when the index create, new, edit, show, update, destroy, corresponding to all these different HTTP method. Get and patch, delete, put. What we need to focus on is create, and we also would have a destroy later on. So go back to the comments controller and define a create action. Type def, create, and then type end. Type @article equals article with capital A dot find parenthesis params square bracket. And here's a little different. We need the associative ID of the article. So, and that is :article_ID. And on the next line, type @comment, that is our new instance variable, equal @article dot comments, oopsie, article dot comments dot create. So it calls on the create method, and in here we need a parenthesis to be able to access actually the article ID. So a parenthesis, and in here we're going to type comment_params. Remember before we had article params in a private method. We will do the same thing for the commenter and body. So type private, and within here type def, and then oopsie, comment_params, and then as before type params dot require parenthesis comment, and then dot permit parenthesis. And we need the parameters here, which are, you type commenter, comma, body. Alright, and then an end statement. We need one more line in our create action, because we need to redirect the page after the create action has been executed. So type redirect_2, and here we need to redirect to the page we are commenting on and to the article we are commenting on. So type article_path, and within parentheses type article. Okay, so this associates the article with the specific comment. Okay, go back to the show template, and here we need to put in some code that will display the comments to the screen. So let's do that right above the H2 header add comment. Let's put in an HR tag to separate this out on the screen. Okay, and another HR. Okay. And in here we need to create a do loop that will iterate through all the comments so it can be displayed on the screen. But first, let's give it a header. Give it a h2 tag with the header name of comments. And then open up the Ruby syntax. Less than sign, percentage sign, no equal sign. Remember, add article dot comments dot each, because we want to iterate through each comment. Do pipe sign, comment singular, end with a pipe sign, and close the Ruby syntax. Okay. Now we need to give it a paragraph tag. And in here, let's just put in a strong tag for our title to emphasize the letter. Okay, I'm just trying to organize here a little bit. So type commenter, and now open up the Ruby syntax again. And now we need an equal sign. So type comment dot commenter and close the Ruby syntax. Remember, the prefix here need to match the variable within the pipe sign. Okay, give it a new paragraph tag. Just give it a little space here. Hopefully you see better. So type P and then close the paragraph sign tag. And then let's give it a strong emphasis. Let's give it a title of comment. So open up the Ruby syntax again with an equal sign. Type comment and dot body, because we want to display the body text, and close the Ruby syntax. Alright, that does it. Okay. And since this is a do loop, we need to have an end statement. So make sure you put that in. Alright, and I just move things up here to make it a little bit more aligned. Okay, let's go and test it out and see what happens. Alright, let's go to our browser. Alright, type localhost :3000 if you didn't have it open. Okay, it will take us to our home page. Click on my blog. Okay, and click on a show link to display an article. Okay, so here we have the article or the blog, and in here the comments will go when rendered, and here is our form. So let's test it. Let's just create a comment here. So I'm just going to type, you can just type whatever. I'm going to type the first comment, and then in the body that here is my comment of will this work? Okay, not exactly correct English, but that's worked. Yay, it did. All right, We created the comment here, okay? So if it didn't work for you, you probably have a syntax error. As you notice, I do misspelling all the time. But let's go back and let's try another one. Okay, let's add a comment. My lorem comment. Okay, why do we have this lorem ipsum? So lorem ipsum was created as a dummy text for the Guten press in the 1500s, long time ago. That's true, in case you didn't know. Hit create. There it is. Okay, I encourage you to explore and do some more comments widely. Hopefully you don't have any errors, but let's go and commit what we did. So clear the screen and do git status. Okay, there's quite a bit we did here today, so let's clear the screen again so we have some room. Okay, and by the way, when you clear the screen, you still have it above, so you can just scroll up to see it. Git add, and then type git commit -m, single quotation. All right, and let's type what we did. So we generated a model. And the model was comment. And we generated a controller called comments. So remember, model is singular, comments are plural. And then we added a form on the show page. Which was for comments and also for output for the comments. So I kind of separated here. We did the form, but we also outputted our content to git status. On branch master, nothing to commit. And yay. Okay, let's type clear again. And next time we will just finish this up before we're going to put some makeup on this thing. Alrighty, have a good day, night, evening, morning, whatever.